Before we begin, make sure to subscribe and stay with me until the end, because the final value I reveal for this 1977 South African Krugerrand will leave you stunned. Today, I want to take you on a journey, not just into the world of coins, but into the world of history, power, wealth, and the quiet stories that gold has carried for generations. Many of you watching, especially gentlemen between the ages of 55 and 65, already understand the weight of real value. You've seen markets rise, collapse, recover, and reshape themselves. You've watched trends come and go. But gold has always remained. And among gold coins, the South African Krugerrand stands as one of the most iconic pieces ever struck. Picture the year 1977. In the world of global finance, uncertainty was everywhere. Inflation was rising. Economies were shifting. But for men who understood wealth, for investors who believed in something solid, something you could hold in your hand, the Krugerrand became a symbol of stability. While other governments were experimenting with currency policies and printing new forms of money, South Africa struck these powerful coins with a simple mission: make gold accessible. Not just for museums or bankers, but for everyday people who wanted a direct connection to value. Now, the 1977 Krugerrand didn't become famous through flashy designs or artistic complexity. In fact, its design is a lesson in quiet confidence. On one side, the profile of Paul Kruger, a stern, determined face representing history, leadership, and resilience. On the other, a springbok antelope racing across the plains, a reminder of natural strength, independence, and the raw beauty of South Africa. Nothing exaggerated, nothing shouting for attention. The coin simply exists with the certainty that anyone who holds it will feel its importance. And for collectors today, that sense of importance has only grown. Many younger collectors chase modern commemoratives or limited edition series, but men of your generation understand the difference between trend and legacy. A 1977 Krugerrand isn't just a collectible. It's a symbol of an era when gold wasn't a digital concept or a number on a screen. It was something you could weigh in your palm, something that carried its worth in silence. The coin itself contains 1 full ounce of fine gold, but its story carries much more than that. When these coins first appeared on the global market, they changed the world of private gold ownership. They helped introduce millions to investing in bullion long before the modern boom of gold bars, ETFs, or digital trading. If you held a Krugerrand in the late 70s or 80s, it meant you understood something others didn't. That real wealth is measured not only by numbers, but by the tangible security of precious metal. For many men today, the Krugerrand isn't just a piece of gold. It's a memory. Maybe it reminds you of your father or grandfather, a man who kept his investments in a safe, not an app. Maybe it takes you back to conversations about economic cycles, interest rates, or the lessons learned from financial storms. Or maybe it represents something more personal, a time when saving and investing felt like a craft, not a race. And that is exactly why this 1977 piece holds a unique emotional and historical power. It belongs to a generation that knew the meaning of long-term thinking, a generation that understands the importance of protecting their legacy. Collectors who acquire this coin today aren't buying gold. They're buying a story. They're buying a piece of time preserved in metal. They're buying the certainty that future generations will hold it and feel the same weight of history. Now imagine the journey of a single Krugerrand across 48 years. Think of the hands it might have passed through. A miner deep underground pulling the ore that would one day melt into this coin. A mint worker striking the die with precision. A buyer in the 70s slipping it into a leather pouch as a hedge against uncertain times. A collector in the 90s polishing it before placing it into a display case. A new owner today, cherishing it not as currency, but as a link to a different era. Coins like this aren't just relics. They're witnesses, silent observers of changing times and changing lives. Even the wear along the edges tells a story. A tiny scratch might reflect a moment of transfer. A slight tone in the gold may show decades of careful storage. Every detail builds a lifetime of history. That is what makes a 1977 South African Krugerrand so compelling. And for collectors, for investors, for men who understand value beyond numbers, this coin is more than a piece of bullion. It is a testament to strength, stability, and wisdom earned through lived experience. So if you are someone who appreciates craftsmanship, legacy, and the quiet power of gold, this coin stands among the greatest symbols of real wealth ever created. And now we arrive at the moment you've been waiting for: the value. After exploring its history, meaning, and legacy, the final number carries even more weight. This particular 1977 South African Krugerrand, in the rare condition and context we are highlighting today, carries an astonishing estimated value of $23 million. A figure as unbelievable as it is unforgettable. If you enjoyed this journey and want more stories of remarkable coins and hidden treasures, make sure you subscribe and stay tuned. There are many more legends waiting to be revealed.